Bah damn, today I'm going to show you exactly the exercises I use to build a big chest. What's going on, guys? Chris with the Body Damn channel. This channel is all about food, fitness, and how to live an active, healthy lifestyle. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact exercises I use to build a bigger chest. A big chest is so elusive. A lot of people, they might not be doing the exact training protocol they need to do, and a lot of people don't even know the right exercises to build a bigger chest. I want to get down to the 4 really most crucial exercises that you must be doing to get a bigger chest. So the very first exercise, to no surprise, and it's so important, is the bench press. I'll show you how I'm doing the bench press right here, and essentially what you want to do is make sure that when you're actually underneath the bar, that you are looking at the bar, right? It's right above your eyes. Unrack the bar and proceed to bench. Now, a lot of times people make mistakes because they go too wide or too close into the grip. I like a weight to where when I'm actually bringing the bar down and then pushing it back up, my forearms stay parallel or perpendicular to the floor but parallel to each other. That's really important. So you want to make sure that you get your form down. You always want to exhale on the way up. And the bench press is single-handedly the most important exercise that you can do to build a bigger chest. It doesn't only just work out the chest too. Since this is a compound exercise, its primary mover is the chest muscle, but the secondary mover is the actual shoulder muscle itself, with a lot of emphasis into the front deltoid. And then the last, what seems to be the last third of the movement a lot of times is, very heavy on the triceps. So it's a 3 kind of stage movement. It works 3 different muscles, but the primary muscle it's going to work will be your chest. So the bench press must be number 1 on my favorite to get a bigger chest exercises. The second exercise that I love for a bigger chest is the incline bench. Now, kind of similar to the bench press, you want to get under the bar, you want to be looking at it, and then you want to unhook it and then place it in front, okay, of you by a little bit. Then you want to decrease it to about the upper part of the chest or the upper half of the chest, and then press straight up. It's really important to press straight up. A lot of people like to press and get it above their chin or something like that. You just want to press it straight up from where it is hitting on your body. Sometimes I tuck my elbows in, sometimes I don't. It really depends on how my shoulders are feeling that day. But essentially, this is this form that you want to adopt while doing the incline bench press. And while you're doing the bench press in general or the incline bench press, it's very important to retract your scapula, get into the proper form, right? And then you start the movement. When you're getting into a bench press or an incline bench press, you want to sit down, but you also want to arch your back to where you can pass a hand right through the arch of your back, right? You want to kind of bite the actual pads of whatever you're using with your shoulder blades, okay? And then you want to really create a base with your feet. So if you think like your feet kind of duck-footed, and your legs wide, and you want to get that space between your back, and then you want to bite the actual bench with your shoulder blades. Now that will give you the perfect base to execute the incline bench press or the bench press itself. Okay, number 3 on how to get a bigger chest and the chest exercises, you need to be using the incline dumbbell press. It has nothing to do with the barbell too, okay? This is a dumbbell incline bench. Now, depending on where you put the incline bench, a 45-degree will get most of the upper chest muscle, but if you want to kind of, make it a little bit more aggressive, the most aggressive obviously works out your shoulders, but if you want to get a little bit more aggressive, it'll start working up this upper top right here. But anyways, if you keep it at 45 degrees, that's a perfect starting point to do the incline bench press or the dumbbell incline press itself. So on this movement, make sure you have a stabilized base, make sure you bite the actual pads with your shoulder blades, and there's enough room behind your lower back to pass the actual hand through. And you want to put the dumbbells on the bottom of your quad muscle, which is this, and then you basically, depending on how heavy the weight is, because a lot of times you can just pick it up and start pressing with it, but if it gets really heavy, we're talking like 80s, 90s, 100s, 120s, then you're going to want to go 1, then 2. Sometimes you can do both if you have a spotter, but it's usually 1 and then 2. You'll see a lot of gym routines explaining how to do this, but that is one of the easiest ways to get a lot of weight up into starting position. So once you're in starting position, it's just like the incline bench press. This is kind of the same movement. You really don't want to press the weight up like really over your shoulders or anything like that, but really keep it, going up in a straight motion from where it originated from. And that is definitely one of those ways that you can start building your upper part of your chest and build mass in the upper part of the chest too. Number 4, I contemplated whether it was really a decline kind of thing or this one, and I really think as a fourth most important like put the mass on the chest kind of movement, I really would like to say would be the flies. Any kind of fly motion is really what I prefer, but I'm gonna show you here the incline dumbbell fly. And the incline dumbbell fly is just like when you're getting set up for an incline dumbbell press, except you are actually doing a fly motion. Now, a lot of people in the gym don't do this right. I've watched a lot of people's fly motions and they don't do it right. They involve a lot more tricep than they need to be. They're not coming out far enough. So basically what you wanna be thinking of is kind of like hugging a friend, right? When you hug a friend or a bro, you hug them like this, and that's kind of like what you wanna maintain through the entire movement, except for like the last like 10%, okay? So basically you come out like this and you really stretch the pectoralis muscle as much as possible down to here. I usually try to make sure that the weight doesn't go past my body. So if my body's right here, I usually make sure that the weight stops right about there, okay? And then from here, a lot of people, they start to, you know, push the triceps out and they go like this, right? And now you have a straight arm at the top. I don't really like to do that. Like I like to keep the bear hugging motion, right? And then you keep it all the way through here. And if you're lucky enough in the last 10%, you could press them together with using a little bit of triceps, right? But the most important thing is to really keep that bear hugging motion, bam, like that, like a bro hugging motion, bear hug, whatever you want to call it, like that. Now you can see as I do this with my chest, what is happening, right? I'm getting a really good stretch on my pectoralis muscle, and then right about here I can get a really good contraction. You can kind of see it happening right there. So that's what you kind of want. Now if you want to get a better contraction, you can straighten out the last 10% and bring it together. But when the weights get really heavy, a lot of times I like to just do this and stop right about there. You really want to keep the form locked in and don't let go of that bend in your arm through the entire movement, okay? And I hope you enjoyed this video. You gotta follow me on Instagram at BodDam. It's really easy to find me, go find me there. And subscribe to this YouTube channel. I will see you on the next video. If you have any suggestions on what I should talk about next, put it down below. I'll see you next time. Bye!